An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times. I think that is true of painters, sculptors, poets, musicians. As far as I'm concerned, it's their choice. But I choose to reflect the times and the situations in which I find myself. That to me is my duty. And at this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate, when every day is a matter of survival, I don't think you can help but be involved. Young people, black and white, know this. That's why they're so involved in politics. We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all anymore. So I don't think you have a choice. How can you be an artist and not reflect the times? That to me.
Around the world and back again. I can't do nothing without my friends. Around the world and back again. I can't do nothing without my friends. Around the world, I like it here. I can't do nothing without my friends. Around the world, back again. I can't do nothing. I won't do nothing. I can't do something without my friends.
That's why everybody loves it. Sunday sports, the shine, and a hot summer burning afternoon. Yeah. It's a slow start today, and I'm proud of it. I am. It's one thing I can be proud of on this day. It's interesting. It's interesting to be living in Berlin. And celebrating just being alive, you know. I'm hosting. Thank you for celebrating my life. I'll be hosting tonight. That's right. This is Sunday Slips, and we are an open mic that is show up to sign up. This mic is a little too for my liking. Thank you so much. I appreciate the teamwork we have here. Sunday Slips is show up to sign up, and we have been running for 7 years, going on strong. We did the whole lockdown. Not one Sunday was missed. Live streaming for those people it's now we're in a place and we're just not used to it. We're not used to the rhythm of getting back, and it's like 7:30. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna have to push it a little bit. It's just an open mic. Today we have Nico on the dashboard. That's right. So we are streaming it to YouTube live as we go because we got used to it during the pandemic, and we don't trust that they're not going to lock us back down anytime soon. So I'm not giving up on that little live stream. People back home, I love you. Thanks for letting my aunt know that I'm politically not the same type she is. Thanks for watching my YouTube, Auntie. I appreciate your subscription, even though your hate mail is fierce. Yeah, you ever have like an aunt attack you because your political views are different than hers, and she's like, well, nobody cares about your molestation. You're like, wow, that's not where I thought this political argument was going to go. That's how Colombians argue. They just go for the deep cut right away. I'm Colombian American. By that I mean I'm American American. That means I'm the continent of America. I represent both North and South. Yay! I don't know if that's something to applaud. I mean, I went to 13 different schools between elementary and my first year of college.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm so intense. Dating me is a lot of fun. Dating me is like Times Square at 3 a.m. It's beautiful. It's slightly scary. And it's surrounded by homeless people. Most of them artists. Yeah. I like my men like I like my cats. Rescues that eat food off the floor. My mom's the type of woman that tells you that you're going to be complete one day. And by that she means only if you have children. So to her, I am an incomplete woman, which is difficult to explain. I'm like, what? She's like, yes, one day, Julianita, one day, June will be complete. And I'm like, what? I'm missing my adenoids, my tonsils. My appendix burst from some sexual history. My left fallopian tube is missing, and I have no idea where I left my virginity. I'm not going to Yay! I'm pro-abortion, I'm pro-choice because all my miscarriages were free. Thank you, universe. But I take care of other people's children, but I also take care of other people's adults. I'm the dominant. I walk into your family, I say, don't make me heel to turn. Daddy and baby is happy. One thing about lockdown is that when you're babysitting children age 0 to 8, and you're an ex-dominatrix, you really hone in on those bondage skills. Nothing says good babysitter like stay in the corner. It was hard to perform for children all the time. I found a way to have a stage during the whole lockdown. I was like, fuck this, I'm still gonna perform. But the kids I work for are too young. They don't know who J-Lo is. But I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, I'm Beyonce. I'm like, that's fine. I'm J-Lo. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, no, it's not whatever, man. J-Lo, what's first? J-Lo for life. Obviously, I'm Latina. I moved here to date a German. That's right. Moved here to date a German.
Excuse me?
Dating a German is lonelier than being single. He looked at me one day and he said to me, oh mein Gott, Liliana, ich weiß nicht, dass du so viel Attention brauchst. I was like, what? Are you serious? Look at me. I am a tango dancing dominatrix Latina that does comedy in 3 languages. Where did I mislead you? Oh, men are interesting. They're just so interesting. They're like untrainable pets. And I say that as a dominatrix. Yeah. I look forward to having all of you here on the stage. Welcome to Sunday Flips. I hope that you do a very, very smooth and clean lineup today. We're working with our fabulous Nico client on the side here.
Yeah, hi, welcome to Sunny Flips. How are you feeling good? Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Nico, our hype man. That's right. On the dashboard. So our lineup is going to be Adam, James, A-Rod, Martin Hala, and Diva Delicious for the first half. All right. Put your hands together, please, for our first performer of the evening. Let me hear it in this room. Let me feel it. Come on.
All right, give it up for me getting onto the stage.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. The other day, walking down the street with my wife, and she says, "Hey, babe, did you schmarf the shit out of it?" I said, "What? Did you schmarf the shit out of it?" I said, babe, sorry, I can't hear you. Did you schmarf the shit? I said, what? The shit? Did you schmarf it? I said, Yes, I schmarfed it. I have no idea what the shit it is. It's been 6 years. I love my wife. She's amazing, but I will say this, no good deed goes unpunished. And, you know, she takes such good care of me. She takes such good care of our son. She's amazing. I'm seriously the only thing I'm lucky in life is this woman. I'm just lucky just there. Everything else I'm a loser. But there, I did it. I don't know what I did right. But, so I want to take care of her. And I'm like, babe, what can I do for you? Let me take care of you. Let me spoil you. Let me take you out. Let's go do something fun. What do you want to do? Let's do something. Come on, let's do it. She says, you know what I want to do? I said, tell me, babe, what can we do? I want to clean the apartment. Sure. It's clean, I guess. I don't know why you gotta punish me. Clean. But that's how she is. She's amazing. And, you know, for her, doing miserable things together is a good time. Which explains our love life. Things get tricky when you have a kid. You know, some of you may have kids. I have one. I think it's mine. And right now I'm reading him stories. It's 1.5 years, so I'm starting to read him stories. And his favorite story is Humpty Dumpty. For those of you that don't know, Humpty Dumpty is an American-British tale about an egg that sits on a wall. We know it's American because build that wall. And for some reason it falls off, and then for some other reason the king puts him back together with a horse. Really, the weird part isn't the king and the horse. The weird part is, what is this egg doing on this wall? How did this egg get on this wall, and what is it doing there? And after reading the story maybe 3,000-4,000 times to my son, I figured out he's obviously there to commit suicide. Because he's a sad egg, he's depressed, so he's on the wall to die. Just imagine it. Just imagine I'm an egg for a second. Huh? Okay. Beautiful white egg. Now imagine I'm a beautiful white egg with a mouth and conscious, depressed. I just can't do it anymore. I just don't want to keep going. I'm so tired. I just want to end it all. Oh, I'm done. This is over. And just as he's about to jump, he looks out into the horizon and he sees a beautiful, gorgeous, black human woman running towards him across the field. And she's yelling, Humpty! 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 Don't do it! Don't stop! Don't do it! Humpty, I love you! Don't go! Don't leave me, Humpty! And she runs up to the wall and he looks at her and he says, Kate, I just can't keep going like this. I'm so tired of this. I want to stop. She says, I know, Humpty, but don't leave me. I love you. I need you in my life. Don't go. She said, I just don't want to keep going. She pulls out a carton of eggs. She says, what about our kids? He looks down. There are 9 beautiful brown eggs in a cart for 10. They're brown because it's an interracial couple. He looks at the missing egg and he says, it's just been too hard since we lost Steve. I'm lost without Steve. She says, Humpty, I miss Steve too. I love him, but we need you. We're your family. Don't leave us. So Humpty says, okay. I'll come down. He sits there for a minute and he says, I don't have any legs because I'm an egg. And she says, yeah, how'd you get up there, Humpty? And he says, I don't know, I'm a heroin addict. I don't know how that happened. She says, I don't want to talk about that, Humpty. Let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about the future. Let's just have a good day. Just calm down. We'll just get through the day. We'll worry about all that stuff tomorrow. Come on, let's go do something fun. Let's go. Come on, let's go. He says, okay. What are we going to do? She says, how about we clean the apartment? Somewhere in his non-limb having body, he finds the strength to throw himself off the wall. And then Kate, she tries to catch Humpty. And you hear the Samuel Barber's Adagio for strings, and she goes in slow motion. It's like, na 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 na, and she's like, no, and all the other eggs fall. No, and she catches them, and then she's on her knees, and she looks up, and there's a spatula on the wall, and she channels her inner Marlon Brando and says, guys, that's my time. Give it up for your host.
Woo! Give it up for Adam, everybody. Let's go. Keep it moving right along. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going for James Coon.
So, wow. Show business! I'm in show business! Yeah, this is the 4th of July, and I've lived in Berlin like 6.5 years, and every year that somebody does a 4th of July American comics show, I'm never invited to be on the shows, and hopefully it's because they just don't think that I'm an American. Because that's kind of been my goal for the last 26 years. I left the United States in 1995 when Hillary Clinton was still president. Okay, well, some of you may be thinking Hillary Clinton was never president, but Bill Clinton was president in the 90s. Well, technically, yes. But, she was calling all the shots. Bill Clinton was never much more than a glorified sock puppet, and she had her hand up there calling all the shots. But anyway, so one of the places that I've lived in the last 26 years is Thailand, which may explain why I'm dressed like a plantation owner. It's not an American plantation, by the way. It's Southeast Asian colonial plantation. But I started doing. Well, there is a difference. I started doing comedy in Thailand, and the guy who ran the Friday night venue there always introduced me as the classiest American in Bangkok. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, give me a woo if you've been to Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia. Well, you don't have to have been there to know how ridiculous that is. At first, I was kind of flattered by the whole thing. I said, "Oh, classy American," And then, I realized how low the bar is for that particular distinction. It's so low, like you can't get under it. I don't think so. Especially in Bangkok. So it's almost a dictionary definition of an oxymoron. It's like, sober Russian, humble Frenchman, classy American, German customer service. But I lived there for a while. I went. German customer. You work in customer service.
Yeah.
You're one of the good guys.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I've never called it. But, so, originally went to Thailand because in 2007, because I'd kind of given up on life and I wanted to go someplace where I could live that was cheap and at least cheaper than Europe, and just run out the clock until I died. And which is pretty much what the white man does when he gets to that point. He moves to Thailand. Almost everybody there is in that position. And he was like, "Hello, Kitty, goodbye, brains." Do people in Europe know what Hello Kitty is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. But after about 6.5 years or so of living there, I was unfortunately still alive. And I Googled some of these assisted death clinics, I guess you'd call them, in Switzerland. I found one that was, I thought, very reasonably priced. And especially for being in Zurich, it's very expensive. And so I was, and they offered like a whole week. You could stay there before the event itself, and a week in Zurich that could cost several $1,000s just all by itself. And I did to Zurich. It's a lovely place, and I was thinking about taking the boat out on the sea. But then I thought, well, maybe that might be a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Maybe I'll try stand-up comedy instead. What could possibly go wrong, And so that's how I wound up here. But I'll leave you with just one thing. There's I don't really do very much Thailand humor here because some of it people just wouldn't get. You have to kind of be there. But this one is easy to understand. I lived in Bangkok. I was walking along the street one day, and I came across a sign outside of a blowjob bar. And there are such places in Thailand. So, and the sign said, "Free Wi-Fi." Free Wi-Fi. And the first thing that went through my mind was, just how bad are the blowjobs in this place? That they think they have to offer free Wi-Fi as an inducement to get customers to come in to get a blowjob. And then I thought, well, what about the guy who doesn't see the sign on his way out? He's like, oh no, I gotta check my email. I gotta Skype my grandmother. What a disappointment. So, anyway, thank you very much.
There's a lot in there. Thank you so much tonight. I like that you took us to Thailand. You should take us there more often. I had my first miscarriage after I went to Thailand. Thank you, Jane.
That'll trigger.
No, it's fine. I can deal with that much better than math class. Anybody else have that happen to them? When I was 15 years old, my parents found me making out with a girl on the beach. Anyone else have that problem? No? It was amazing. She was Argentinian. I don't remember her name very well, but it was a lot of fun. We were girlfriends, like girlfriends. Because dating girls was better than dating boys at that time. It was definitely the best option for me, and I really enjoyed it. But my parents found out, and 3 days later, they punished me. And they shipped me to Colombia. Colombia. Medellin, Colombia. Not Colombia. Colombia. A place where murder is easily done for €5 or $5 or 5 pesos. Who cares? It's Colombia. They were so afraid that I was going to be a lesbian that they moved the entire family to another country. And they put me in an all-girl private school. Colombian parents are, again, they go hard or go home. They're like, it's okay, she'll find out how crazy women are, and she'll stop dating them. No, but it was hard. It was hard because going to math class in Colombia, it was like, I went to school with 12 girls that looked like Sofia Vergara. Like every single girl had Pantene beautiful hair, and they would be in math class like, profesor, tú, plus tú, is whatever I wanted to be. Math class was important. Math class taught me how to count to 10, 5, 10. There's an all-girls school. Careful what you do to your kids. All right, coming up next, let's move it right on. Oh, diese nächste Kurse ist auf der Deutsche Comedy Bühne. Aber hier in Sunday Six macht Englisch und nicht nur Comedy, aber auch Spoken Word. Und ist ein Papa und ein so viel mehr. So that's all. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yes, you speak real German.
Yeah. As real as I can be, real German. So yeah,
It's turned on.
oh, it's turned on. Oh. Have you tried to turn it on again? Yeah, I heard it's on. So Emily,
Auf Deutsch, bitte.
meine Damen und Herren, macht
I just love Mother Nature. I have many plants in my garden, but I care the most for my hedge around my house. The profile of my hedge has a perfect rectangle shape. My hedge got a currently measured height of 2 meters and 23 centimeters. What an impressive piece of nature. But it's more than a hedge. It's a solid green wall that protects my peaceful home from the public playground next to my house. The playground is a place full of screams and chaos. Kids are the worst, all of them, at every time. I honor my wall hedge. It's the last line of defense. Why can't humans give birth to nearly adult babies? When lambs are born, they can walk immediately after 30 minutes of their first day on earth. Moreover, lambs never laugh. They never play on playgrounds, and they never kick balls over my wall hedge into my gorgeous garden. Why can't kids be like lambs? Locked up in a fenced playground. Herd all day by a German Shepherd. A purebred German Shepherd like my dog Schröder. Schröder would teach the lambs how to behave. Schröder would teach little Timmy that laughs can be silent. Schröder would teach shrieking Charlie how to shut the fuck up. My Schröder is well behaved. My Schröder is on time. Every morning at exactly 5 a.m. Schröder waits at the door so I can take him for a walk. Schröder is a lovely creature. Schröder is so on time and so well behaved. Every morning he takes a shit precisely at 5:05 a.m. Precisely in the sandpit of the playground. Schröder is a big dog, and big dogs make big dog poo. The bigger the sandpit poo, the bigger my pleasure. Good boy, Schröder, good boy. Anyhow, according to rumors, dog poo makes playgrounds some kind of unattractive for kids and their parents. And anyhow, the parents of the neighborhood now try to find the nasty dog master. What a nice nickname on the numerous posters around the playground of the newly formed Parents Watch. Now these dutiful parents regularly observe the surroundings of the playground. But somehow I feel flattered and spurred on. I seeded hurting nettles all over the playground. I moved ant colonies to the playground. I just love Mother Nature. I disposed the seat of the swing. I loosened important screws of the climbing frame. And these were just the unobserved acts of sabotage of 1 week. The parents intensify their effort because they are now printing their name and logo on every warning poster. Like they are a community and like they founded a brand. They call themselves the Caring Watchers. The watch has a logo depicting a pair of little owls with big and piercing eyes. They wanted a nice and sweet logo, but all they got is a low resolution clip art with a watermark. Probably the best they could find in a 10 minutes Google image search. Well, someone constantly scribbles big penises on the logo of the posters. So the logo of the staring hatchlings now looks like the bearing wankers. I couldn't resist. I just had to punish the watch for their posters and for using the Comic Sans font. The screams of the kids hurt my ears. The posters of the parents hurt my eyes. I feel very safe, but I became careless. And last Monday morning, my actions drew the attention of a patrolling watch member, Little Timmy's hipster dad. He tracked me to my house, and I lured him in my property. Behind the wall hedge and under the cover of Schröder's barking, no one noticed when Little Timmy's dad was stabbed to death in his throat.
What?
His hipster beard was not an obstacle for my original Swiss Army knife. After that, the caring watcher was chopped up by the scaring butcher. Chopped up in small portions for Schröder. Good boy, Schröder. Good boy. Schröder's first portion was a forearm with a tattoo that reads Timmy in Comic Sans. What a fake hipster. Timmy's dad got what he deserved. Probably Little Timmy misses his dad now. Little Timmy doesn't laugh anymore, and he's playing on the playground in lonely silence. Sweet, sweet silence. Little Timmy will never know where his dad was going, but maybe Little Timmy will play with his dad's digested remains in the sandpit. The circle of life. I just love Mother Nature.
Oh man, that reminds me that romance in Germany is never dead. Right, Mika? See?
Yeah.
Count if you're single, ladies and gentlemen. Blink rapidly if you're in a hostage situation. To me, Corona was like a relationship. I'm having problems right now adapting to being let out. I'm like, but I thought you loved me. I thought you wanted me to stay home all the time. I want to be kidnapped again. No, with me. God. When I was a young child, I used to use my shoelaces to tie myself up in my closet and hope that my family would freak out and search for me. Being Colombian, I didn't realize I needed to leave a ransom notice for them to actually know I was gone. So I have only one problem that came from that game is self-inflicted abandonment issues. Yay. I love childhood. All right, let's move right along. This next gentleman is part of an amazing team that goes around performing together. You've seen one half of them already today, and we have the honor of having them back here at Sunday Flips. We love having you. Thank you for being back. Put your hands together for
Thank you, Juliana. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Great, good to see you. Great, you too. You too. It's lovely to be here. I'm very excited. And as you can see, very emotional right now. But I came here to tell jokes. Do you like jokes, guys? Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yes. So I have only new jokes, and I don't know how it's gonna go, but let's see together. Okay. So yesterday I was watching porn, of course, and I was watching a video, and before the video played, there was an ad. And I watched the ad, and in the ad there was a little girl, like 6-year-old, and she starts screaming, "I hate this cancer! I hate this cancer! Please, someone help me! Please watch until the end of the video!" And I'm like,
Sure.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. I didn't want to skip it, and I donate like $5, so I think it's okay. That was a joke. Another thing, wait. Yeah, the thing is that I'm not joking about cancer. A lot of people can get offended by it. And just so you know, my aunt had cancer, and she's totally fine with it because she's dead. So I think it's fine. And I told a couple of cancer jokes, and one time, and after the show, a woman came up to me and she told me, "This is irresponsible. This is irresponsible. I have a son who had cancer at home, and I came here with my husband, and we came here to watch a comedy show to relax, and now that's all we think about." And I'm like, why would you come to a comedy show if you have a dying son at home? That's irresponsible, you know? Yes. Okay, this is a true story. It happened in Israel. I was walking in Tel Aviv on the main road, and I was walking, and I was looking at my phone the whole time. And at some point, I kicked a cup full of coins that belonged to a homeless person. And I didn't notice it. I just kicked it, and all the coins spread out. And I felt horrible, and I told him, I was sorry, and I started collecting the coins with him. And he started screaming at me like, "Don't you have eyes? Don't you have eyes?" And I'm like, "Don't you have a home?" It's the street. Okay, so this story actually happened recently. I was working, I'm delivering bread to restaurants, and so I'm with the car all day, and I'm driving, and we get into a red light, and I'm waiting on the red light, and while I'm waiting, I fart. And it was a big fart, like I ate chili the day before, and it felt like, you know, when you fart and it's like an out-of-body experience, you know, when you're like, that's not mine. This is so horrible that I don't recognize it. It was horrible, and meanwhile, there was a homeless guy, of course, that was collecting money in the intersection. And at some point, he came to my window, and I opened the window. Now, I opened the window to release the gas. He thought I'm going to give him money. So what happened was that crazy. He was like, "Thank you." Oh my God! Why? I'm blind now. And I didn't have any money. Okay, another fart joke. So yeah, when I was 14, I had a little brother. I still have. He was 8, and one time I like to annoy him. So one time I came to his room, I took his head, put it in my butt, and just farted directly to his nose. It was so, I felt so good about it. I was laughing, he was not. And then I came back to my room, and 10-20 minutes after, he came back to my room to get his revenge. And he came and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do my move." And he's like, start farting, and in the middle, he just started pooping on himself. That's comedy, guys. You know, the transition on his face, you know, between like, no. Then he ran to the shower and washed himself with his tears, I guess. And, okay, do I still have one joke? Okay. So another joke. So I talked with Amazon, with the customer service, and I want to return something. And so she told me, okay, I want to help you. Tell me your email address. So I told her eyalv23@gmail.com. She's like, can you repeat it? eyalv23@gmail.com. She's like, can you spell it like A like America? And I'm like, okay. And that was my first time I knew the drill of like doing this. So I was like, okay, E like Eyal, Y like you, you like you, not the letter. Okay, and then A like S, again, not the but. L, I don't know why I said L like Lord, don't know why. And then V like voucher. She's like, can you repeat it? V like voucher. Can you say it one more? V like vagina. Vagina? Vagina. And 23 like Michael Jordan. And then she said, thank you, we'll be glad to help you. I'm gonna go to the roof and jump, and you have a lovely day. Thank you very much, guys.
Hey, yeah, everybody!
Woo! That was fun.
You enjoyed that?
I enjoyed it. He's a gay facts for you guys. It's always into caviar. Don't do it.
Okay, that was our moment of Gay Factor Trivia. Welcome to the new Slips Dynamic. I am a recovering cat lady. Anybody else a recovering cat lady? Okay, thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. Most people are embarrassed about that. I mean, animals do live shorter lifespans than we do, so it's hard for them to recover. And it's been a long time since I had a living cat because of that. But my last living cat, his name was Gato Gostoso Mermelada. That means orange cat. And he was really cool. But my friends don't understand that when you're a Colombian woman, your cats really, they live outside. And so when you move to cities like New York City or Berlin, people want you to close your windows because you have a cat. And I'm like, what? No. Like, my window's always open. My cat knows. When I got my cat, I took the cat to the balcony. I was like, all right, look down, because we're going to have our Michael Jackson moment right now. Okay? Your mama is a Colombian mama. If you fall and you get hurt, just gonna say I loved you a lot. That's it. That's how far it goes. You know, I'm not gonna extend your life, put you in a wheelchair. Like, no, that's not gonna happen with me. So it was difficult because my cat lady friends are really intense. Most of them are dominant vegans. Yeah, they're dominatrixes that don't eat meat but wear leather all the time.
Yeah.
And they never really understood why I would keep my windows open. So they'd come to my house and they'd be like, Viviana, what the fuck? Why is your window open? I'm like, because I'm a Latina cat mom. My window's always open. They're like, what if one day your cat goes outside, boom, gets hit by a car? I'm like, oh my God. Santa Maria, Madre de Dios, I said, my cat's smarter than that, man. My cat, I got an agile cat. It's all right. It's not going to get hit by a car. Next time she comes over, it's 5 a.m. We've been partying, doing vegan things because in my country, the famous vegan. And she looks at me, she says, what the fuck? We talked about the window, and why is the window open? I'm like, I told you, my cat's an indoor-outdoor cat, like my men. And she's like, we talked about this. I said, I know, it's not going to change. This is my house. She said, what if one day your cat goes outside and eats poison? And I was like, oh, it's a terrible idea. But my cat's really smart. Like, my cat actually brings me food back. Every time I come home this early, I have to wipe my pillow clean from a Schmetterling, that's German for butterfly, a lizard, or at least part of it, because it's still moving. And whatever that is, because my cat really loves me, and it's an alpha cat. Hello. She came over the last time, she said, Juliana, you need to fucking close the window. I'm like, why? She's like, because you have to be a responsible cat mom. What if one day your cat goes outside and a crazy fucking cat lady catnaps your cat? I realized I had to tell Debbie the truth. How do you think I fucking got my cat? Alright, give it up for the cat of the night, Diva de
In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to blow. Memory, alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again. Every street lamp seems to beat a fatalistic warning. Someone enters at the street lamp mutters, and soon it will be morning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin. Out ends of smoky days, the stale cold smell of morning. Street black dies, another night is over, another day is dying. Touch me. While in the memory of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. A new day
Well, that has been our first half. Have you had a good time? We have a raffle that supports the show. There's several things on the table at the entrance you can look at, from original artwork to Holy Cunt cups from the Art Collective to hot sauce from Crazy Bastard Sauce. So check it out and have a drink with the bartenders. They've been fabulous. Let's give them a big round of applause as well. Jill, Paula, and thank you so much for having us. And yeah, we'll see you in about 10 minutes. We're going to enjoy a beautiful break. Some sunshine.
Yeah.
If you brauchst seine Musik for the break, you can play your own music. Okay. Great. Yes. And we lower it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Always ready to
I'll
go.
let's yours.
Let's see.
I'll take it today.
Tag me in it, please. I love it. Oh, that's great. Can you like a send it to me and I'll post it off. That's good. Good job. Yeah. Thanks, Marjorie.
I like a good eye.
You do have a good eye. Okay, my feet. Here we go. It was very good. Yes. I think Penny knows when I perform, you know, yeah, we kind of like chill out. Yes. We all love her. Really strong. Yeah. Very bold. No hesitation. Barely kind enough. Yeah, where my wing comes. Yeah, that's really
Okay. Piano's playing, by the way. You can just switch one if you want.
I made a video. Okay. Send it to me. Can you talk something a little better now? The video. Oh, is it better? So, this one, you can't just take it. Well, I did it. It's good. I can live with it.
Yeah? Good?
Yeah. Can I help you with something?
No, but came in at a test this time. I got mine at this way. So we're just sitting,
This had a mellow. That's all the other. But the one you did is
no, only what?
yeah, it's the same page.
The rest was completely fine what you did. So I already do it. I mean, if you're out there, no stress.
Right now?
Yeah, but we try.
I'll see when you come back.
All right, welcome back. Can I get the music off, bitte? Danke, Alicia. This is Sunday Slip second half. That's right, July in Berlin. So we don't have to celebrate that holiday. That's quite conflicting for many of us. We don't understand. But we're all fighting for equality. We're all fighting for equal rights, justice. Yeah, anybody know? Just me? Am I the only one? We're all fighting for this shit. Come on. Yeah. Yes. You need my help. Sidekick. It's like Batman and Robin. What's happening?
Yes.
So you gotta go back over here to where you were originally when we put the cover up. Scroll up, scroll down. You'll find it. Scroll up. This is what learning in your 40s looks like. Take that one off. And we're back. Hi, we continue to live stream because we don't trust the government and we feel like they're going to lock us back up. And for that reason, and only that reason, we continue to live stream because we made a promise to ourselves. Learn and move on. Learn and move on. You know what I mean? No? Yeah, she's a Gemini. It's not going to happen. I'm a Cancer, just had a birthday. Anyone else? No. You know what I gave myself for my birthday? These 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, you know me. I'm a woman that likes to multitask, so I keep my phone on vibrate and in my vagina. Yes. I don't like German customer service. I've had a few incidents here that bother me a lot. I first moved here, I didn't know a lot of German. I'm trying my best to learn German, but I went to a restaurant and, food here is good, delicious, and cheap. And I went to the restaurant, it was empty, there was nobody there. because I like to get there right when they open. So I want to be in and out before people with children come through. And I sat at the window, and the moment I sat down, somebody popped up and was like, "Das ist Rasapias," and I was like, "What? The whole place is empty. Are you fucking serious?" They're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, well, I just want to eat and get out, so like, sit me somewhere." And they take me and they sit me by the bathrooms. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" In Colombia, they say I have buena espalda. If I walk into a place, your place is going to fill up with people walking in behind me. They're called friendly stalkers, but I don't care. Put them to work. But anyway, I'm confused, and I'm trying to practice my German, and this waiter looks at me like they've been raving for 3 days at Bergheim, and they're just like on ecstasy still. And they look at me and they're like, and they throw a menu at me. It's in German, and before I can even say anything, they're gone. They're like, I was like, oh my God. So I look at the menu and it's in German. I'm like, fuck it, I can do this. I can do this. Kartoffeln. 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 Cartel. Wrong country. Then she comes back and I was just like, the Tages menu special, bitte. And she looks at me and she leans in. A line, bitch, that's rude in any language. A line. I came here to eat. I will have a line for dessert. All right, everyone, thank you. Welcome back to Cherry Topic. We haven't seen him on our stage yet. We're so happy to always explore new and fabulous people from around the world. Put your hands together, please, for Chris Lowe.
Yes, amazing. Keep it up for your host. Very happy to be here on Sunday. So I feel like I'm a reasonably attractive dude. My mom tells me I'm handsome, but the other day my 2-year-old niece said I look like an owl. 2 years old. Weird thing happened to me a lot during lockdown with mask wearing. I'd meet people, new friends in Berlin, and I'd meet them wearing a mask, and then they'd see me without the mask, and they'd be like, wow, you look totally different without a mask. I'm like, yeah, actually I do look somewhat different with a face. I felt like that was strange. I got a haircut the other day, and oh man, yeah, give it up for haircuts. I love getting a haircut. And my favorite part of getting a haircut is that moment when they turn you around in your chair to look at the back of your head. And then they turn you back around, and you just look at yourself for a moment, and that's when I always take a real deep pause to connect with myself. I stare at myself in the mirror and I say out loud, things are going to be different this time. I'm going to turn this around, my haircut. Life! I came here from New York, in America. I lived in New York for 16 years, but yeah, 16 years. But, I had to leave because there was just nowhere left for me to gentrify, so it was hard, there's just nowhere left. Really like living in Berlin. Racism is a bit of a problem in my country. Perhaps you heard something about it. And it's tough because it's like half the country voted for Trump and is racist, and like the other half isn't, roughly. And I wish that regular people could do more to combat racism, but like, unfortunately, most people that I know, like their biggest tactic is just to unfriend racist people on social media. Like, I don't know if that's the best tactic to like get back at a Nazi. To be like, hey Nazi, you know what? You're not invited to my birthday party. That's a swing and miss. Like, hey Nazi, you're not gonna know how I feel about hiking ever. That doesn't. And like Nazis probably they're not going to our kinds of birthday parties. They have like a whole different kind of birthday party scene. Probably have different snacks, like wildly different snacks. Yeah. Lockdown was rough on all of us, right? It was super hard. It messed up a lot of my friends' lives. Like, a lot of my friends became depressed and suicidal. Lockdown ended a lot of people's relationships. And really, most horribly, like, a couple of my friends during lockdown afterwards, they decided to become life coaches. That's messed up, you know, like somebody that I have been blacked out with at 5 o'clock in the morning looking for drugs is now like sending me an email offering me a free consultation about how to further explore my journey. It's super messed up. Lockdown. Living in America is awesome. I really love getting out, but it was a bit like leaving an abusive boyfriend. You know, like I found myself bargaining, like, I know he hits me, but he's really sweet sometimes. Yeah, you know how nice America can be. So yeah, I'm glad I got the hell out of there. It was time. You know, some people move here for the culture, the art, the parties, the clubs. I moved here for the paperwork. I love it. I love a stamped document. Love a Bestätigung. Love it. Love me a good Bestätigung on a real stamp. Sometimes I get homesick, you know, for America, but every time I get homesick, I just open up my healthcare policy and I just read that shit out loud. It makes me feel better. Gotta stop calling out my friends back home and reading it to them. It's rather rude. Yeah, being homesick, moved here. You know, small talk I have found is different here. In my limited experience with some German small talk, like I had a pretty cool gig as an extra in like a really cool new Netflix show, and shout out in Babelsberg. Yeah, it was a super fun gig. And you know, at lunch, we got to small talking with one of the fellow actors, and you know, we were just having what I thought was a casual chat. But he asked me, he was like, so Chris, why did you come to Berlin? Or perhaps you did not choose to come to Berlin. Me, myself, I came to Berlin because my ex-wife and I have 2 children, and she must live here in Berlin. So therefore, I now live in Berlin. So as you can see, I did not choose to live in Berlin. And I was like, cool, good to meet you, Helmut. I'm just going to see if they have any bagels over at Craft Services. If you want anything, hit me up. So I don't know. That was so different. I appreciate the honesty, though. You know, most people in New York we just talk about streaming television. That's it. Talking about real life here. Yeah. But I love it. I love living in Europe. I love Berlin. I love affordable housing, and I love healthcare. Or as we call it back in the United States, witchcraft. It's Satan stuff back there. I get homesick the other day. I was on the U-Bahn and I saw a guy masturbating just in broad daylight. I was like, oh, this is just like New York, just like home. Just like home. I've been on the job hunt back. Happy to be bartending. Actually, bartending right down the street at Ratzputz Bar right there. So if you guys are around, come see me. Yeah, it's a great gig. Love it. During lockdown, I had some weird jobs. Was on the job hunt for fields that, like, I felt like I was qualified for, but, like, apparently not. Like, tech is pretty big. I was applying for jobs I'd never even heard of, like front-end developer. And for me, I felt very experienced because, as you can see, my front end is very developed. Like, I know where it begins, I know where it ends, I know what objects are not part of my body. A lot of content creator gigs posted. That's cool. Everything I've ever created is content. So I thought I was an expert at that one. No dogs here. Ooh, big dog culture. Love it. Just like Brooklyn, people love their dogs. When I first got here, freaked me out. Dogs at night. They had like a neon collar around, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. There must be like dog raves going on. There's the dog rave. And interestingly, in New York, hey, what's up, guys? We're doing comedy. Yeah. People always doing, yeah, come inside. Come on, you know what you want. Okay. Back in New York, there's a lot of dogs, but, you know, like a lot of dogs are missing a limb. You know, and I don't see that here. Yeah, you see a lot of like tripod dogs around. I don't see that here. In New York, I'd see like maybe 3 to 5 amputee dogs, and I did some looking into it, and I think really there's only one logical explanation for this: is that America is fighting a secret war with dogs. And they're all veterans. All right, this is worth a shot, I guess. You know, I can't believe the way I escaped America to get a visa was to go to film school, and I was like shocked at how affordable education is in Germany and Europe in general. It's amazing. I couldn't believe it so much that the other day I actually Googled how much does it cost to attend the Free University of Berlin. That's and then it's like nothing. I was like, no, that can't be true. Maybe you guys Googled it too. I get a feeling. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. Pretty good, man. It's an open mic, dog. You come on in. Come in. Get an Aperol Spritz, you know. Dude, I would do that. Sit down, get a drink. Are you really gonna come in, or are you just like? What do you guys think? You think he's gonna come in or not?
I don't think.
I mean, he wouldn't tell me to my face, like, nah, fuck that, I'm not. Is that, sorry, did you need the light? I'm sorry. Okay, thanks, that's my time, appreciate it.
That's right, that's also, thank you for being here. We hope that you're living in Berlin permanently now. Because if you want to bark outside for our club, we will also accept it. No, that was fabulous. Give him a big round of applause, everyone. I want to remind everybody that we have a raffle going on. It's €2 per ticket, 3 tickets for €5. You can win a mug that says, Holy Bombastic Cunt. Yeah, it's from the Holy Cunt Art Collective, so you're supporting artists. You can win a one-of-a-kind, but not one-of-a-kind because there's 12 of them, prints made by me in my kitchen with a wooden spoon, because that's what I do, I'm a witch. And some hot sauce. 3 delicious hot sauces from Crazy Bastard Sauce. They support us, we support them, and it's all a magical circle of life, as Martin said earlier. The circle of life. Don't ask me what the ingredients are. And most importantly, you're here to have a great time. And we provide a space for amateurs and professionals alike, as you have seen. And this evening, we have somebody that during the first half was not sure if they wanted to sign up, and now they are. So they're taking a chance on life, they're taking a chance with us here at Sunday Slips, and we want to give them all that loving support and energy for being able to get on stage and doing this shit. Put your hands together, please, for Vicky!
Always work out which mic you're on first. It's exciting, isn't it? Who's excited? Yeah, come on, we've been locked inside for ages. Really so exciting. Yes.
I'm excited.
I know, it's totally, yes, we are very excited. Yes, excitement, we'll knock on the door. I need excitement in my life at the minute for, well, a number of reasons. One, I'm a secondary school teacher. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what my kids do every lesson. There is nothing that you can do to me that hasn't been done to me, even worse by a 14-year-old, so go ahead by all means, okay? It's cool. Secondly, I've spent the last 7 years living in Munich.
Oh.
Exactly, yes, precisely. And yeah, I'm actually looking to move up here to get some excitement in my life, because, I don't know, like, I was in Munich, it was winter time, and I was stood at the tram stop, and there's a particular kind of Bavarian old woman who very much likes to get in your business. And she walks up to me, she just tuts, thinking, why? I haven't got my hat and gloves on, and it's winter. Forgive me, wow, exactly, okay? I come here, I was like walking around today, got the bus to come down here. Who on the bus? Great, different city, different styles. I mean, you have to make that move at some point, don't you? I mean, the third main reason I need excitement in my life, and goodness knows why I'm doing it standing on the stage right now, but the third main reason I need excitement in my life is that I gave up drinking 2.5 years ago. Yes, you can hear that, you can hear that, thank you. I mean, there is so much I love about my life without booze. I remember it. That really helps. But there's just that moment that I still miss, because I did drink a lot. There's that moment that I really miss as you're about to leave the house, where you go, is this one of those evenings where I'm going to do something really fucking stupid? Okay? And I just don't have that in my life anymore. And I did so much stupid stuff. So, back when I was living in Manchester, I'm from the UK, I had this flat in the centre of town. It was brilliant. Okay? A couple of floors upstairs, go out for a night out, get absolutely wellied, that means really drunk, for those of you that don't speak Northern British. Get really drunk, and then stagger off home. Okay, we're all teachers. It's the end of term. Teachers are drinkers. Teachers at the end of term are very big drinkers. And big drinking teachers at the end of a long term are very big drinkers indeed. So you're out the door by 1. You don't even wait to see if the kids are out either. No, down the pub. You smash by 6, and by 11 you're that kind of blackout staggery round drunk. Or I was. Anyway, so I stagger home. I think I've had an argument with somebody. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Stagger back home, get to the flat, I'll get to the door at the front, think, right, just get home, just get in. Okay. I go to the stairs thinking, oh, you know when things just take forever? You're that drunk, everything's so much more effort. I'm climbing up, I'm banged into the flat, I'm banging round, I had a wee somewhere, I'm thinking it was in the toilet, but I can't guarantee it. I'm walking around drunk, and in the end I just give up and just pass out on the sofa. And I assume sometime later, I was lying there on the sofa, and the dog starts licking my face and licking my hand. And I think, oh, that's so lovely. That's really nice. And I think, wait a minute, I haven't got a dog. I'm not in my flat. I'm in somebody else's flat, asleep on the sofa. Okay? And I look over, there's a guy asleep in the chair next to me. Beer and spliff, asleep, cocktail, and I'm thinking, did I get here first? Or did he get here first? Because who walks into their flat and sees a woman in 20s passed out on the sofa and thinks, you're all right, then I'll have a beer and a spliff and join you. So this is the point of having banged around for hours before that I go, back to the dog, and do that tiptoe clang back. Okay, I get out. I've gone up too many flights of stairs. That's why it was taking so long. All right, I've gone up 1 flight of stairs too many. Figure it out. Smart. Go downstairs. Go into my own bed. Fall asleep. Think. That's the end of it, right? You got away with it. Right? I'm sat watching the TV the next day with one of those really just horrible watch the TV, just don't think about it, it's fine, it's totally fine. Everything's fine. And it gets to about 11 o'clock and then there's this door. Okay? And I've been hearing this arguing from upstairs all morning. And I'm sat there thinking, it's nothing to do with you, it's okay, it's totally okay, it's nothing to do with you whatsoever. Nobody knows you're there, it's fine, it's nothing to do with you. That proper beer, fear, anxiety saying, it's alright, you didn't do anything wrong. You went to somebody else's flat, you're fine. Okay? Finally the arguing stops. The banging on the door. And at this point, I'm phoning my boyfriend at the time going, I think the woman from upstairs is at the door, what shall I do? He goes, go and answer the door. I go and answer the door, and you put in that best posh voice. I'm like, I'm a reasonable human being, yes. And I open the door. I say, good morning to you. How are you on this fine day? And she goes, have you been shagging my leg? Have I been having? My first thing to say was, have you seen your link? And I didn't think that was a good idea. Okay. So, no, I'm very sorry. I got drunk. I went upstairs and too many drinks. I'm really sorry. No, I'm not shagging your Lee now or ever. And okay. And she goes, I'm watching you. Yeah, fair enough, watch away, I'll stay in here. Have you thought of putting a lock on you? No, we'll talk about that in a minute. You think that would be the end of it still, okay? No, the argument continues. The family around, I'm sat watching TV as all his furniture, all his clothes and his stereo go sailing past my window on their way down to the floor. That's kind of when I decided that I should quit drinking. Unfortunately, I waited another 5 years, but at least I'm here now, and thank you very much.
All right. For a moment there, I thought Lee was another code name for Hello Kitty. I tried to open a bank account when I first moved to Berlin. I don't know how many of you were successful without a German. I think one thing that's really good about moving to Germany because you're in love with a German is that they do all your paperwork. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard since my one German died. Now I have to do all my own paperwork, which is why I'm learning German. Yeah. 8 years I lived here without having to learn a fucking word. Boom, one mountain, one fall. The end. The end. It's funny when they told me he died, I was like, that motherfucker. I was like, he wasn't dating me anymore. But when we were dating, I was like, where are you going? He's like, I'm going hiking. And I was like, why? He's like, because I can. It's like, okay, but you went hiking last week. Do you have to go hiking this week again? He's like, yeah, this time I'm going for 3 months. I was like, are you serious? You're going to go hiking for 3 months? You asked me to move fucking countries. You asked me to leave New York City to have a relationship with you, and now you're going hiking for 3 months without me? I was like, yeah, that's what I normally do. That's what I have always done. Why would I do anything different? I do not understand. And I was like, I'm starting a new life in a country with a new language. Like, yeah, well, everybody speaks English. Okay. You don't need to see me. You have access to my bank account. And I was like, I have access to many people's bank accounts. I do. And I was like, all right, fine. Go fucking hiking. Go do your fucking hiking trip. But call me every week. You call me all the time. Like, you let me know. He's like, why? Why would I call you? I'm hiking. I don't need to call. I'm like, what if you die? He's like, why would that happen? I'm like, because you're an idiot! Then when they told me he was dead, I was like, yeah, it was hiking, wasn't it? They're like, yeah, he fell. He was the hiker in the news. Austrian man found in mountains. Yeah, I was like, I'm so lucky. Because if he had still been dating me, the police would have been in my house. Like, why are there 500 text messages from this crazy Latina with that German? Ruf mich an. Hallo. Ich weiß, dass du halt anziehen willst. Du bist in der Top. Ruf mich an. Yes. Ich habe vergessen deine PIN-Nummer. It hurts because it's true. As we're on to this curious feature of the universe, welcome to the stage, the fabulous Dominique.
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Demalee. I don't have children, but I have a Harry! Say hi to Harry! Hi! I found him on the street. Oh, he's perfect. He has no teeth. Okay, so I don't watch the news. I just wait until people shout at me. So yeah, it works well. It works really well. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of kind of self-development, reading stuff online, lots of articles. I found out that I'm an introvert extrovert, which is hard because no one gives a shit. So that's how that works. I have a new housemate, and basically he's learning English of me, and I'm learning German of him. And today he meant to say that he wants to know where his top has gone, but instead he said, "Have you seen my body?" Yes, and it's amazing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's perfect. So, I'm gonna do a poem. So here goes. Helter skelter, way up high. If I jump, I may just fly. Helter skelter, way up high. If I jump, I may just fly. Helter skelter, way up high. If I jump, I may just fly. I'll go all the way to the top. The tears that burn but do not rise, are you in stealth or just disguise? Do you sleep soundly or are you still awake? Under cover, do you sleeping or do you ever get a break? Does the breath ever reach all the way to the bone? Do you ever have space to be on your own? What would be if you were free? Would you be happy or would you think, I don't know. I just don't know anything. I don't know anything. Someone said to me recently, maybe you're schizophrenic. And I thought, hey, if I'm schizophrenic, that means none of this is real. And then I can learn to make this into one giant lucid dream. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Now I'm in heaven. Just one big lucid dream. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool. Does anyone have anything they would like to share? No? Cool. That's fine. I have no concept of time because that's how dreams work. How long do I have?
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to get off stage now because if I leave now, I leave happy. Whereas if I go, maybe things won't go so well and then I will regret it. So thank you for listening to me. Great. Right here.
It's teamwork. It's teamwork. That's what it takes. Let's Sunday. How do you like our jingle? Yeah, right? That's by Winston Kelly Stevenson. Oh my God, Emily and what is it called when you go on a plane and you have an animal? Support hippo. She showed me her support hippo the other day, and I showed her a video of the narco hippopotamuses of Colombia. Yeah, we have a problem with narco hippos. It's not that they do too much cocaine, it's that they procreate too much, and our drug dealers love buying them as exotic pets. Turns out it's a problem for the population of other animals in our country. Cocaine. Cocaine. Man. I try not to do cocaine, and the good thing is that I live in Berlin, and whatever you get here, that's not cocaine. I know. I know. My mom hates it when I make jokes about cocaine. She gets really mad at me. She's like, yeah, por Dios. Why? I want to know why. You are giving our country a bad reputation. And I'm like, Mama, por Dios. Me? I might be a fashionista, but I did not invent the Colombian necktie. Alright, we're gonna move it on. Another first timer at Sunday Slip. Please, I am hoping that I'm gonna pronounce this correctly, and if I don't, please correct me and say it yourself. It's always that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Well, to be honest, this is my first time doing stand-up. ready to get a clown. Maybe I'm just saying every time. So I'm living in Israel, in Tel Aviv. I'm coming for like 1 week to visit my friends. And today I'm gonna talk with you about the Middle East conflict. Now I know what you're all thinking right now. Oh, please tell me more about something that happens 3,000 kilometers from me. So I will. It's always weird, living in Israel. But sometimes you have really, really funny moments. It started when I was a soldier. In Israel, you have to go to the army. And when I was a soldier, I was in a protest, between Palestinians and the Israelis. And the soldiers were standing like, hey, we are soldiers kind of thing. And the Palestinians stand like, hey, fuck you, soldiers. And so in this whole mess, stones are throwing. I remember a young Palestinian boy, look at me. And I look at him back. And he looked at me in the eyes and he started yelling, fuck your mother! Fuck your mother! And I remember I was in shock because I didn't know how to react to this situation. Because first of all, I can understand his anger. And second, the fact that my mother is a free-going doesn't mean you can laugh about it. So he continued, fuck your mother, fuck your mother. And then this is a true story, by the way. I said to myself, okay, I'm not playing this game of the bad soldiers, and this is not my thing. So I just look at him back in the eyes, and I start to dance like that. And this is a real story. So he looked at me dance, and he was like, no. And he continued shouting, fuck your mother, fuck your mother. And I don't care, I'll continue dancing, look at him. And I swear to God, in some point, this Palestinian boy, he stopped shouting, and he started to dance back. So from a really, really violent protest, it became a dance battle. And I remember my commander, he looked at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I don't care, I'm going to win this dance battle. So we just danced, it was a really nice moment, and until the protest is over, and the dance battle is over. I won, by the way, because I'm Israeli. We always won. So in this all weird situation, you can sometimes find the moments of humanity. Until what happened last month, where 1 month last ago. I don't know English. Last month, when Hamas started shooting rockets on Tel Aviv. And this is also a true story. I was on my way back home in Tel Aviv. And I don't know why I decided that I want to rent a scooter back in that day. The one you can rent on the street and you have like 15 minutes and you feel like you did something with your life. So, it's just me on the scooter and then suddenly the alert, which goes like, ooh, and you're in shock. It's very scary. So of course I throw the scooter on the side and I run away to find a shelter. And I remember I was finding like a place behind some building. And there was a woman, she was so panicked. She was, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. And I'm with her, hey, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. And you can imagine it, missiles explode over your head in the middle of the city. And she was, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. And I'm, everything's going to be okay. And then for a second, I was freezing. And I started to say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the woman like, what happened, what happened? And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And then I realized I'm still paying for the fucking scooter. You just throw it outside, and the price goes up and up. It's a really, really hard moment. Imagine it, someone shooting rockets on you, you have a cry woman in your arms, and you pay like, I don't know, fucking €1 for a second. So, yeah, all this operation with Hamas, it will take like, 3 weeks from that moment. And one time, my friend came to me in this whole mess time, and we're just sitting, watching TV, playing some FIFA, drinking Christian children blood, typical Jews. Of course. So I remember, we just, sitting, watching TV. And then my friend said to me, okay, I better should leave right now. And I'm like, no, come on, it's only 10 p.m., stay for one more game, don't be late. And then I remember how his answer, got me. He said, no, I need to go because Hamas said in the news they're going to fire rockets in 11 p.m. And then I thought about it, wow, that's the best reason a friend ever got me for leaving. I need to go because someone said they're going to shoot rockets on me in the next hour. So, of course he left. And then I thought about it's very nice from Hamas, to tell you when they're going to shoot the rockets. Because it's leaving you enough time to do whatever you need. You can take the dog for a walk, you can put something in the oven, taking a quick shower or having a quick masturbation. And that's the problem, by the way, because Hamas knows that all the Israelis masturbate before they're shooting the rockets. Because they're always shooting 15 minutes before the time they said.
That's right. That's a loop station right there. You just learned something about looping.
Yeah. I've never been looped before.
You've never been looped before?
Wow.
You're not learning, you know. Once you've been looped, it's infinite. It's infinite. You know, getting looped is like dating a Latina. You never get one. Oh, man. Oh, that is one of my favorite parts of the night tonight because we got first of all, let's give a round of applause for all of our performers. To practice, to get better, to support each other, and to develop your craft. And that's what we're here for. So thank you so much for being a part of tonight. The lineup has been spectacular, and now we're going to end up with our two favorite, my musically favorite artists that pop through. One has been part of Sunday Slips from the beginning, and the other one has been coming to Sunday Slips from the beginning and always dropping in when she has the time. And today, she has the time. It's an honor and a pleasure to have on our stage Shanti Pyramid. Music, comedy, poetry, and sometimes titties. Music, comedy, poetry, and sometimes titties. Music, comedy, poetry, and sometimes titties. You don't have to show your titties if you don't want to. It's safe, staying and consensual, and then you get to our trees. You decide. With a family here, as you see, it takes simple time for the transitions to happen. This is what we call a visual program. All right, Miss Jackie Brown, how's that mic doing for you? It's there. It's there. It's there. You want it up? You want it down? You want it between? All around. Ooh, I think you just got that. Put your hands together one more time for Shanti Pyramid.
Should I? I think it sounds good. I just played 2 songs, and I won't talk. And the first song is actually written last year in the end of summer, and it's about missing summer, and a lot of other things.
Sunshine was gone. I miss these days. Seeing these falling around. The sound of rain. Hiding your colors. With a fading reply. Of days and flowers. So you could dream. Hello, somewhere I let go. Monsters hanging inside. See him play with these memories. And turn around. Sunshine
changing your color when the world was so fine. Did you say goodbyes so you could leave? Sorry, I'm thinking. Okay. I miss the sweet thing of sitting outside, trumpets in the shadow, and the blue sky. I miss the sweet thing of sitting outside, trumpets in the shadow, under your blue sky, 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 your blue sky.
So, vielen Dank. The second song I want to play is a very sad love song, or a song actually about abuse.
Yay!
Yeah! Go, you gotta make it something. I mean, if it hurts, at least make it a song.
Exactly.
It's called Broken Glass, and a friend of us, Bad Souls, made the original beat years ago.
He took the car, I wanted more. He found the exit and locked it up. Burn the bridges when I mention love. There's no commitment. Only gates would be open. Once we taken down. Let's keep on give it the crown. You can hurt my pride. You can break my heart. And I will make it out. You can judge me wrong. Thank me from the start. Only I have an intention. Remember that you smash. Break them down. Broken glass, broken glass, broken glass. Didn't you ask for the hurricane? Shining castles more than real estate. Never mind balls where you play the pussy doll. Perfection innocent. Eyelashes fly away. No gates would be open. Lies we taken down. Let's keep moving. Give it a cry. Why fix the problem? Give it another try. This one is broken, 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 broken. You can hurt my pride. You can break my heart. You can make me pain. And I will make it out. You got me wrong. Take me from the start. I never let you smile. You can break my heart. You can give me pain. And I will make it out. You got me wrong. See me from the start. Only a reflection. And you will let you smile. Broken glass on the broken glass. Broken glass on the broken glass. Only broken glass. Broken glass.
Smooth out there. Yeah, I think so. It's time for.
She's a woman in charge. She is in charge. She tells you if she still got that aim or not. You know, that's exactly how it is. Give it up for Shanti Fire and everybody. Original music, singer, songwriter, composer, just diva extraordinaire. So happy to have you back. Happy birthday, by the way. Gemini sister, Cancer sister. We are KP women who believe in astrology. Data's at your own risk. We are heading over to our favorite part of Sunday Slips. I know there's going to be a collaboration, and that's one of my favorite things about Sunday Slips. Sunday Slips takes collaboration, takes teamwork. You know, this might seem like just a simple open mic to many people, but it takes a family to make it happen tonight. I'm very thankful to Nico for being on the dashboard. Thank you. You have been well received. We appreciate you, and we appreciate that you're watching. Also, we still have a raffle. We have a raffle. It's €2 per raffle ticket, and we have only sold one ticket so far. The bartender is winning. There is original artwork. There's hot sauces. There's bags. There's a Freudian slip club T-shirt. You know, support. It all goes back to running this night and this event, and we appreciate being here for you. I'm just killing time until these two tell me that they're ready, and I can do this forever. Oh, you are? Okay, excellent. No. Ladies and gentlemen, people with non-gender specific choices in life, we are so grateful to have you all here, and thank you for joining Sunday Slips. This is a collaboration between Shanti Pirate and Wynton Callister.
Are you looping yourself, or are you saying like?
So you can.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, my name is. Hi. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is.
Wynton Kelly Stevenson.
And you guys are watching me. We're gonna play some music for you. Hopefully, you like it. And this is Donna Shanti. We've been playing music for at least 10 years together. At least. 13 years together. 14 years together. Yeah, we've been playing music together 14. And I'm playing beatbox, harmonica, and Donna's playing her song. And make some noise for yourselves if you have a pulse.
People are fighting for my
Thank you so much. Donna Shanti, Shanti Powell. My name is Nicholas Stevenson. And I'm going to play something, but I have to look up some. I wonder what I'm going to do by I'm going to cancel this microphone.
Oh, did you see my mask fly? It's like Batman. Except in reverse. Yeah, this is Sunday Flips, and right with Shanti Pirate and Wilson Kelly Stevenson, we are bringing together the history about Sunday Flips. We are every type of art form: music, comedy, poetry, burlesque. What have you seen tonight here?
Amazing!
I am very disappointed in you as an audience. One more time. What have you seen tonight here? Look at that, I'm double fisting and I don't even know it. I can't help it. No, we've seen everything. We've seen spoken word. We have seen comedy. We have seen burlesque. We have seen amazing singers, songwriters, comedians. We have seen it all. And it has all been show up to sign up. So one more time, we thank you so much. I do minimal online efforts for this event, which is weekly, because it's weekly and it's every Sunday, no matter what. And I say it so much that you should know that even if there's no Facebook event, I'm fucking here, because I say every Sunday, no matter what. And so, this is and we are so grateful. Tonight's talent has been above and beyond. So you all showed up to sign up, and that's the point. And I appreciate when you message me. I don't normally respond in time, so when I do, I'm grateful that I managed to make that work. But I have no shame about it when I don't. Yes, Kushal Decker. Kushal Decker. I was telling you about customer service in Germany, and I did try to open a bank account when I first got here, and I was studying German at the time, and you know, it's hard because Germans don't encourage you to keep learning. They switch to English right away. So when you're in certain situations, like the bank or the Amt, they won't switch to English, but nobody has trained you for that. So I went to the bank and I was like, hello. Ich bin Elena Velasquez. Bitte ein Konto eröffnen. Ich habe Geld. And the lady at the bank looked at me in her typical German, I don't give a fuck stare, like so. So I said to her again, to delight, Elena Velasquez, Bagel, eine Konto eröffnet, bitte. And she said, to which I said, okay, maybe it's my accent. Let me try again. Hello, ich heiße Liliana Velasquez. Ich habe viele Bagel. Bitte ein Konto eröffnet. And she said to me, ja, nein. Have you ever been to a bank that said yes, no to you? In my life, I was like, what? And she took my light. Took my light. Did you say yes, no? And she's like, yeah. To her I said, warum? Warum hast du mir gesagt, ja, nein? Ich verstehe nicht, ich habe Bagel, ich bin in einer Lackischen, and she looked at me and she said, Du hast keinen Termin. And I was like, yeah, ich habe keinen Termin, aber ich habe viel Bargeld. Ich habe 10.000 Euro in Geld. Hier, jetzt, in diesem Moment. Geld. Ein Konto eröffnet, bitte. And she said, okay. Ein Termin bitte, thinking that, like in the United States, I would get an appointment for the same day. She said, she did this for 10 pages. And she gave me an appointment for 10 days later. 10 Tage später. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, if I was in the USA right now, I would be getting a free toaster and a pussy licking. Because they would be making sure that I'm not going to another bank with my 10,000 euros. But no, this is Deutschland. So I looked at her and I realized at this moment that I was never going to win this battle with her. And I said to her, I said, ¿Qué problema? Este hijo de puta piensa que es que la plata crece en los árboles y no viene este país a tener nivel to do what? Can't problem. I'm gonna take my money elsewhere. Like I said earlier, I'm a woman that masturbates not for pleasure, but not to kill people. Welcome to Germany. Are you ready? So good.
Hi.
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 Does it work? Does it work? Yeah.
Yes.
Hi guys. Welcome to Sunday Slip Songs July 4th in Germany, Berlin. I'm gonna play a song and see if it works, and if it doesn't, like it anyway. Just like it. Just record it. You can record me. By the way, you can record me. My name's Winston Kelly Stevenson. Send it to my Facebook, use MySpace, and do it. So this one goes out to you and yours, and hopefully, get this microphone right. This is right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? So I'm gonna make a beat first so I can play to a rhythm. Thank you very much. The sound check was right. It was good. Let's wait till he said enough of that stuff. It was good. It was okay. Right, I'm gonna play something else and it's gonna be better. Hopefully.
Are we gonna get one more from you? Yes. Yeah. That's what happens when you move to Berlin. You find people from New Jersey. I was born in New Jersey, by the way.
His name is Rudy Stevens, and he's doing songs with Nate and he's really so happy. So I'm going to leave you because I'm going to leave
Aquí está un papi delicioso que sabe jugar con la música preciosa. Cosas ricas pasan en Berlín cuando todos vienen aquí a Sunday Sleep. So I will correct myself not because I want you to correct me, but because I am able to change and educate my mind and grow. So, aliens and visitors, thank you for being here tonight. I really appreciate you. This is Sunday Clips. Get show inside of Don't Moving Message Me every Sunday, no matter what. We love you. We still have a raffle. We are going to try and sell a few more raffle tickets before we I'm ready for All right, so thank you so much. We are Sunday Clips. We're going to just try and sell a few more raffle tickets, and then we'll do the raffle afterwards. But thank you for being here. Sunday Clips. Good night. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bate?
Oh, it's gone. Oh, shit.
I am not included within the pale of this glorious anniversary. Your high independence only reveals the immeasurable distance between us. The blessings in which you this day rejoice are not enjoyed in common. The rich inheritance of justice, liberty, prosperity, and independence bequeathed by your fathers is shared by you, not by me. The sunlight that brought life and healing to you has brought stripes and death to me. This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn.
Sunday Slips. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Sunday Slips.